Okay, good morning and welcome to our next podcast here, our inner circle. We're actually currently going through a whole series looking at KEY360 essentials. This podcast, of course, is all about KEY360, the project and business management platform, software that we developed here directly from Pretoria, South Africa. Where I'm from this morning, also a little bit of rain and a little bit of cold. Moving towards Easter here very quickly now. So if you do make the time to listen in today, really thank you for that. We appreciate your time that you spend with us. Please sit back and enjoy this one. Yes, we're going to jump in directly this morning. And like I said, we're going to talk about KEY360 essentials, and we're talking about failure to prioritize. Now, I think that is a typical thing that happens to absolutely everyone, whether it is in projects or whether it's back at home or whether it's in a business or wherever you are. From time to time, we do fail, and we do need some backup or something to support us, not to have failures that actually obviously influences everyone around us too. So we're going to talk about that this morning. But before we jump in, just quickly, as you can see, a couple of things here. Please like, please subscribe, please hit that notification button, and please share with someone as well. This is something that we always ask of our watchers. Please take a look at this, go through this. You'll see also on our YouTube channel, there's many more of these sessions that we take you through. And it's very interesting stuff. It's all about project management, business management, and how KEY360 as a management software tool can actually assist so that you have a better day at the end of the day. All right. So yes, to share this, of course, there are no rules as well. Yes, one thing that's very important to us is, of course, to get the message out there. Also for yourself, I do want to ask, if you do have a message or if you do have a question or two, please pop that into the chat box on the side this morning, and then we'll have someone on the back end here to catch that for us. So yes, please, also, if you do raise a hand, if you do feel like raising a hand, it is sort of an interactive session as well. Please do so. Then also someone is going to tend to that and remind me quickly, because I cannot see on my screen if you do raise your hand on your end. Then, of course, yes, like I said earlier, please share this with friends, share this with colleagues. This might be very, very interesting to someone else as well, especially because we're going to look at specific parts of the KEY360 platform, some systems that were built on the platform itself. All right. And of course, I'm your host today. I'm Gerard Olofse, the training coordinator here at SSG Consulting, on the group of companies actually. And then Martinez Jacobs, he's actually our IT manager. He's looking after us technically this morning, and then of course also catching all the questions and comments if you do have any on the side. So thank you, Martinez, at the back for that as well. And let's jump right in. So I want to quickly just look at a slide and then jump right into KEY360 itself. So not to waste your time at all. I really want to get to the system itself and the platform itself so that you can really be exposed to this as much as possible. So as you can see here, priorities. We're talking about priorities this morning, and the question is, of course, why are we still struggling with this? And the reason for this question is because it's happening today still to everyone. Doesn't matter what level you're at. It really has come out in research that it happens from the highest to the very lowest levels. So yes, we still remain human, and there's always some factors that play a role as well as they are part of our daily routines. So yes, there's a couple of things that popped up in my head here to just go through today. Of course, relevant or irrelevant information sources. Of course, you need to consider this when you prioritize things. So this is just a couple of things, not everything, but a couple of it that I extracted from some of the research that we found here regarding prioritization. So yes, of course, one of the big things to consider or ask yourself is, is this really something relevant? Is this something that requires my attention or maybe someone else's attention and really is worthy of my time? So something very important. Consider that information source to be obviously whether it's reliable or not too. So whatever the information is that reaches you, before you actually start dissecting the information itself, consider these things around the whole situation as well. Then, of course, sufficient or insufficient resources. Do I myself have all the resources at hand to actually tend to this? Whatever the task is or the request is or whatever it is that needs my attention, do I physically have the resources to tend to that? Can I actually delegate? It brings me to the next point here. Can I afford to delegate? My resources, are they equipped? Are they trained? Are there enough of them? And it's not always just people, resources could be anything. So yes, resources could also mean, do I have the platform to actually assist with this? So we're going to look at how KEY360 can help us with this too. Then of course, there's timekeeping and calendars and diaries as well. And we're going to look at that kind of thing inside KEY360 as well today. How do you keep time? Are there certain things that you have in place to sort of remind you to prioritize certain things so they don't slip, and to get to those in time? And then, of course, yes, calendars, they are also built into the system here. And, of course, our diaries, that's just another example. There's a whole lot of other modules inside KEY360, really all time-based as well. We're going to look at a couple of things inside the system again today. And then, of course, something that we teach also in our document control and also with our planning courses, that is, of course, looking at Mr. Dwight Eisenhower and also Stephen Covey, two amazing people that have actually perfected the whole model for urgency versus importance. And of course, that's all for prioritization, as you can see here on your screen, looking at that. And then, of course, yes, how about feedback and updating at the end of it to, again, just make sure that the priorities that you've given certain tasks or certain requests, it's been allocated correctly. And then, of course, to close that loop as well. And then, there's things like lessons learned, supporting platforms and systems. I wanted to just stop here a little bit. That's why it's highlighted also. Lessons learned is something that we have looked at before. There's actually a couple of modules here that we've seen before, but there's also a couple of new things here this morning that I want to get to. But please, I want to refer you back to our session that we had on lessons learned. Very, very interesting session that we had there. Please go look at it in the YouTube channel as well. And then, of course, the supporting platform, that's what this is all about this morning, looking at KEY360 and really how it can help you to prioritize the right thing. So, yes, I'm going to jump right out. And as you can see here, I've got KEY360 already open at the back and already some of the registers here. As you can see, I wanted to start by talking about daily diaries. You can see here a couple of daily diaries inside of a project. You can see the project icon and the project name here at the bottom. I'm logged in with my profile, of course, as you can see. And then, of course, also the register itself, looking a lot like a spreadsheet. We call this the grid, simply because it's got so many other functionalities built into it as well. But just looking at a single line item, that actually represents a single daily diary. And you can see everything is status driven. This is how we do it inside KEY360. And you can, of course, see a lot of information here. And you can also see that when I hover my cursor over them, or when I scroll over them, of course, everything is live. All the information in here is live. So we're working directly to the cloud, connected here from where we are at. Very easy, very simple to log in and just simply start working from where you were yesterday or just an hour ago. Everything keeps waiting for you, and the system knows to open up all the correct registers where you were working at last time. But again, just opening the field chooser here on the side, you can see everything that is available to me. Some additional columns that I can add. A lot of it based on PM book principles, project management body of knowledge principles, along with additional development that we've done also. But inside a line item, if I double click on a line item, it actually opens up the form itself with all the details to this line item. And as you can see now, it's retrieving all that information. And again, a lot of status management in here. You can see I can, of course, go and open up some of the details here, the description of this daily diary, who else are notification users here. And as I scroll down over all these sections, you can see everything that you can think of is covered inside the daily diaries here. So, of course, all the details are in here as well. And you can see status, ages, durations, proposed durations, everything available, weather conditions, staff attendance, everything. But what I really wanted to get to were those statuses and their durations. And as you can see, a lot of that kind of thing is available throughout all the different sections on the form. So very important for us to know, time, date, stamps are already in here. So you can actually track your statuses by looking at the status visualizer. If you want to see this visually on top, we've handled this before, so I'm not going to go into this too much, but you can see how long something's been lying on someone's desk if you want to prioritize in this way. So daily diary is really just one example inside of KEY360 that you can use as a tool, of course, just to show you what is up next and how you can plan for things upcoming for the day. Then, of course, also apart from daily diaries, we also spoke about this in another a podcast earlier on. We spoke about task management, and this is, of course, better known with us as recordings, part of events and recordings. So these are records that are uploaded into KEY360. As you can see here, when I look at the recordings register itself, of course, what I see here is the urgency, first of all, and of course, also the different people's names on the team and what tasks are allocated to them. Sometimes it could be not a task, but actually just a note for the record. It depends on what kind of recording it is. From the drop downs here, you can, of course, see how easy it is just to select what kind of recording it is that you want to upload into your system. But again, making sure that something is actually shown as urgent is critical. And then, of course, this can all pull through to your workflows register that really shows you everything that's uploaded against your name currently inside of that project. So if you do open this up, you can see on the form, again, a status visualizer as we had with everything else, looking at your workflows and even proposing workflows here, maybe in the way that you wanted us to upload that. But really what I wanted to get to, yet again, as you can see, even though some of these entries here are very, very old, as you can see, status, ages, everything was updated here automatically, and durations and proposed durations were available to us as well. So you can literally see by day how long it was supposed to lie there and how long it's currently or have been lying on someone's desk or in a specific status with that next responsible person, helping you also to prioritize things. So when you start off with a handover and you get all these tasks from someone, of course, the first thing that you will notice inside KEY360 is the statuses and their durations. So something very easily to pick up on and to see also inside your grid what is urgent and what is not. So you can set all this up very, very easily just by right-clicking and using conditional formatting and simply just setting this up so that you can see whether something is checked as true or not as false then. So very easy inside that register here. In the transmittal register, you can also see very easily to see the difference between transmittals coming in and then, of course, transmittals going out. And also, again, you can look at their statuses and just see which ones are in setup mode or which ones have already gone through. Of course, you can, again, use conditional formatting simply to say, let's add another condition here. Let's look at setup. And let's change that to red very easily. And let's do the text in white. There you go. Save and close. And very soon, there you go. Almost immediately, you can see as they pop out this is the stuff that would need to be prioritized for you as maybe a document controller. So very easy. Then also some dashboards. I wanted to jump to some dashboards as well this morning, just showing you one example of dashboards. This is typical inside of one of our document management departments. So you can see this being put up onto a big screen, of course, and indicating that someone's got or all these guys here on the team here, so they still have 6+ days to review all these documents. These guys on the team here, they've got 3 to 5 days, of course, to review all these documents, these amounts of documents here per person. And the system automatically just keeps on calculating day by day by day. Again, here you can see the guys with 1 to 2 days, and then, of course, when it is really due or going overdue, then it goes to red. And with a dashboard like this right next to your coffee station, you can, of course, imagine a typical behavioral change that happens with your team as well. Then, of course, other dashboards as well. Using KPIs to prioritize your work is just as vital or just as effective as well. And you can see here in KEY360, again, the guys just used conditional formatting, but instead of normal conditional formatting, they actually selected to have KPIs next to their total hours here. So you can literally see how these guys are working. Are they actually going over the amount of hours for that week or not? Are they still within limits for billing abilities or whatever the case is? And of course, some other gauges, etc. as well. And then, of course, finally, something else that I'd like to show, just another example. There are many more inside KEY360, but also looking at the email register here, you can see everything is uploaded automatically in sequence. So looking at time, date, stamps, when was it received, when was it sent? And in that sequence, of course, it's uploading the emails for you. So it becomes a nice correspondence register should you happen to CC a KEY360 with all of your mails, of course, and also have the rest of your team members doing the same. Then, of course, yes, the emails will fall into or be captured onto this register here. And again, of course, this can be used during arbitration processes or regarding claims or whatever, if you wish, at the end of your project. Just quickly jumping back to our slideshow here. There you go. So a couple of things that we looked at now. I didn't go back into lessons learned or anything like that. Again, like I said, we did have another session where we specifically looked at the lessons learned and a whole lot of other modules as well. So please jump in onto our YouTube channel, KEY360 Inc., and go have a look at it and go through all of those sessions as well. So yes, we now saw how we deal with this inside KEY360. We put up status durations because everything is workflow driven and workflows are being driven by statuses. So of course we look at status durations, and then we make use of conditional formatting, dashboards and different registers to keep us updated. Of course, the notifications also coming through via email from within KEY360 the moment it hits that duration or whatever that you've popped it to. Or of course, if you had a push report or anything up built for that, then of course you will still receive your emails as well, whether it's on a mobile device or any other smart device, a smart TV or whatever it is, then you will receive, of course, all those notifications as well, or see what's happening inside the system regarding the dashboards too. So a very, very powerful platform with all these systems built into it, entirely built for project management and business management alike. So anything from logistics all the way through for all of your project phases as well. So yes, if there's any questions or any comments on your side, I just want to quickly check in. Martinez, anything from your side? Anything received? Nothing. Okay.
Hey, G. Yeah,
nice.
nothing.
Yes. Nothing. Okay. Yeah. Good to see. Thank you very much. Okay. But yes, thank you for your time this morning. I hope we didn't take too much of it. Just a reminder quickly here, two of our biggest courses that I didn't mention here, document control for EPC and EPCM projects, and of course also planning and scheduling for EPC and EPC projects both. And both these courses are presented in the class and also in virtual classroom setups. So you can decide what format it is you actually prefer. You can also here scan at this point the QR code with your mobile device, should you like, and then contact us, or just go to ssgconsulting.co.za or look up KEY360 Inc. if you're on the YouTube channel, and you'll find more information about SSG Consulting and specifically KEY360, the platform that we developed and is still developing for more and more functionality inside business management and project management alike. Next time, we're going to talk about closing the loop. So that's going to be an interesting one. Looking at how do we actually get people to come back and give feedback in time, and where could all of this be applicable inside of projects and businesses as well. So looking forward to that one. It's going to be very interesting. And yeah, that one is for next time. For now, thank you very much. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit those notification buttons, and please share this with friends. Have a nice one. Enjoy.